Welcome to our Old Testimonies channel. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the past, exploring one of the most intriguing and talked about episodes in the Bible, the story of Adam and Eve, and the mystery of the fall of man. Get ready to uncover the secrets hidden in the Garden of Eden, where humanity took its first steps and faced its first great trial. In the beginning, God created man and woman, placing them in an earthly paradise full of beauty and abundance. Adam and Eve lived in harmony with nature, enjoying a full and carefree life. However, in the middle of this perfect garden, there was a tree that would change everything. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God warned Adam and Eve not to eat from the fruit of this tree, because the day they did, they would surely die. This apparently simple prohibition carried a profound meaning. What did this tree really symbolize? Why did God place this restriction? These are questions that have puzzled scholars and theologians for centuries. The serpent, a cunning and shrewd creature, enters the scene, instigating Eve to question God's intentions. "You will not surely die," whispered the serpent, insinuating that God was hiding something valuable from them. This was the first step towards disobedience, planting the seed of doubt and curiosity in Eve's heart. Eve, fascinated by the possibility of gaining knowledge and becoming like God, gives in to temptation and eats the forbidden fruit. She offers the fruit to Adam, who also consumes it. At that moment, something profound and transformative happens. Their eyes open and they realize that they are naked, experiencing shame and vulnerability for the first time. This immediate transformation was not only physical, but also spiritual. Adam and Eve came to know good and evil, carrying the weight of guilt and responsibility for their actions. But what does this knowledge really mean? And why did it cause such a drastic change in their perception? When God discovers their transgression, he confronts Adam and Eve. They try to hide, ashamed of their nakedness and disobedience. This crucial moment marks the beginning of the fall of man, a turning point in human history. The consequence of their disobedience would be severe and far-reaching, affecting not only them but all of humanity. When God discovers their transgression, he confronts Adam and Eve. They try to hide, ashamed of their nakedness and disobedience. This crucial moment marks the beginning of the fall of man, a turning point in human history. The consequence of their disobedience would be severe and far-reaching, affecting not only them but all of humanity. Now it's important to reflect on the implications of this event. What does the fall of man mean for us today? How does this story help us understand our own nature and our inner struggles? These are questions that we will continue to explore throughout this video. If you're enjoying this content and want to learn more about the mysteries of the Bible, don't forget to subscribe to the Old Testimonies channel and leave a like. This helps us to keep bringing you more fascinating stories. Returning to our narrative, the fall of Adam and Eve was not just an isolated event. It established a pattern that would be repeated throughout human history. The struggle between obedience to God and the lure of sin. The story of Adam and Eve is, in a way, the story of all of us. The concept of original sin derived from this narrative is fundamental to many Christian traditions. It explains the human tendency towards error and the need for redemption. But does Adam and Eve's guilt really fall on all of us? How can we understand and interpret this doctrine today? Furthermore, the presence of the serpent raises another intriguing question. Who or what does it represent? Many believe that the serpent is a manifestation of Satan, God's adversary. Others see the serpent as a symbol of the temptations and challenges we face internally. Regardless of the interpretation, its influence was decisive in the fall of man. Adam and Eve's disobedience also leads us to reflect on freedom of choice. God gave man and woman the freedom to choose, and they chose to disobey. This freedom is both a gift and a responsibility. How do we use our freedom today? Are we aware of the consequences of our choices? There's a big debate here about the existence of free will, but we'll leave that for another time. Let us know in the comments if you would like us to address this issue. Over the centuries, artists, writers, and philosophers have explored this narrative in countless ways. Each interpretation offers us a new perspective on human nature and our relationship with the divine. The story of Adam and Eve continues to inspire and provoke deep reflection. In short, the fall of man is more than a story of disobedience. It is a reflection on the human condition. It challenges us to consider our own behavior, our temptations, and our search for redemption. It is a story that resonates with our own experiences of failure and learning. The story of Adam and Eve teaches us that, even in the face of the consequences of our mistakes, there is always hope of redemption. The path to reconciliation with God may be arduous, but it is possible, and let's be clear, this path is called Jesus Christ, as pointed out by the Holy Bible itself. This message of hope and renewal is central to the Christian faith, nor can we classify the story of Adam and Eve as a mere cautionary tale, but an illustration of the complexities of human nature. By giving in to temptation, they opened the door to the duality of good and evil in our lives. This narrative also makes us reflect on our own daily challenges and choices. Throughout history, the interpretation of Adam and Eve has been used to discuss questions of morality, ethics, and purpose. Each generation finds new lessons and meanings in this ancient story, showing its timeless and universal relevance. In addition, the fall of Adam and Eve also highlights the importance of repentance and seeking forgiveness. Despite their disobedience, the Bible shows that God still offers a way of reconciliation and redemption, emphasizing His mercy and love. Another crucial point is the role of temptation in our lives. The serpent symbolizes the various forms of temptation we face, be it the desire for power, knowledge, or pleasure. Recognizing these temptations and resisting them is a central theme for spirituality and morality. While Adam and Eve faced the immediate consequences of their actions, the story also reminds us that our choices can have long-term repercussions. This reflection is vital to our understanding of responsibility and consequences in our daily lives. The fall of man leads us to ponder the nature of suffering and pain. Adam and Eve went from an existence without suffering to a life of hardship and hard work. This transition helps us to better understand the presence of suffering in the world and how it can shape our character and faith. In addition to spiritual lessons, the Adam and Eve narrative also has cultural and social implications. It has influenced art, literature, and philosophy over the centuries, shaping our understanding of themes such as freedom, guilt, and redemption. As we explore these layers of meaning, it's important to remember that the story of Adam and Eve also celebrates the human capacity to learn and grow from mistakes. The fall is not the end, but the beginning of a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. For many, the story of Adam and Eve is also a story of hope. It shows us that despite our failings, there is always an opportunity to seek forgiveness and reconciliation. This message of hope is crucial to our faith and resilience. As we conclude our journey through the Garden of Eden and beyond, we thank you for joining us here. We hope this video has provided you with new perspectives and inspiration for your own spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our Old Testimonies channel for more content on the fascinating stories of the Bible. Leave a like and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you for your support and for being part of our community.